So as you who watch the channel know, we've cleaned the pond out maybe 3 weeks ago now, 4 weeks ago. And we've got fish. And these are tilapia. Look at them all out here. Got to be 100 of them in here. So obviously some eggs hatched, or there were some fry, but we damn near emptied the pond of all the water, and it's crazy. We don't know where they came from, because Tick didn't want any fish, any more fish in here, and it looks like she's out of luck. Quite a change going on up here. This was just a big hunk of bush. People were dumping garbage and stuff in there, and it's quite the mess. They've cleared it all. This has been going on now for months and months. Cleared it all out. Looks like they're putting a big reservoir in here. Tick says they're gonna make like an exercise park or something. I don't know if I fully understand, but there's nothing really up here. Here's where I used to come and smoke my cigarette. The cigarette bridge, I call it. With the mountains up behind, all covered in a morning fog. I'm just out for a bike ride today. But I think because of the drought last year, it's put everybody into, well, this year, the drought was real bad. And it's put everybody into water conservation mode. But yeah, you can see how they've rigged it up with the troughs and just running the concrete down here and making all these forms. I guess that's the plan. We'll see how it develops here over some time. Okay, things have just gone completely crazy here. Come here, see what I found.
Everything.
We just had this wicked storm, and this guy shows up on the driveway. Big snakehead, eh, love?
Yes, it is. Yeah, snakehead.
Holy. You don't know where he came from. Maybe he must have jumped out of
They come from the pond.
It jumped out of here? Crazy. So he's had this massive storm here. And blew over 3 of our teak wood trees. So it looks like we got some work to do. They don't root very deep though, and you can see there's no roots left in the ground. That's the whole ball right there. And it was a wicked storm. Worst one I've seen here. So I posted a picture of this on my Facebook page, and a couple of guys said we should stand them up and stake them down. But other than the huge amount of labor that would take, because they are at least 30 feet long, the problem that the picture didn't show is this fence. And you know, to stand them up and stake them down the way they want to blow, we would have to you know, stake them down onto the neighbor's property, and they got a garden and everything. I'm sure they don't want that. So I wanted to explain that. It's easier saying it on the video than making a great big comment on Facebook. But yeah, you can see how big they are. It wouldn't be easy to stand them up. That one back there is not as big, and if it was in the middle or somewhere where we could stake it down, we would maybe try that. But they're right next to this fence, so almost impossible just to get in there and work between them. So like when we're cutting the grass and stuff, it's and this one, the next one, looks like it's going the other way. But I think the worst part about all this is that all Tick's orchids and stuff are all on these ones. So our bird problems here are bad, especially the little sparrows. And so we ordered this stuff up yesterday. That other metal pile's for the house across the road, and that's the roofing for the house across the road. But this stuff here, we're gonna put up here. She wants to hang it up here above the car because the birds are crapping on her car. And you know who has to clean it. So I gotta get the car out of here. Guys are coming today to cut the trees down.
Yeah.
So these teak trees, they're real expensive wood? Like,
Yes.
is it worth a lot of money?
Yes, but not for art because of our tree is very small.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So they get a lot bigger than that even.
Oh yes, yes. And then really they are protected by government too. You know, like if they were in the forest, they're
Oh, I
not
see.
allowed the people to cut them.
Oh, that's why. So that's why they're worth so much money, because you can't go cut them.
Right, they've been protected.
They're protected. I see.
Mostly, you know, any kind of wood at all in Thailand, in the forest, they were controlled by government.
Right.
They're not allowed just go in to cut. You know, actually, if the wood, the tree was stand up, we're not allowed to cut them, right?
Oh.
But this one, we got up the wind blew that down.
Yeah.
We have to cut them up.
Right.
Nothing we can do about that. They just fell in our
Right.
yard.
You don't have to call the government and say, I have these teak trees or anything like that.
No, because of they are not worth nothing.
Right. They're so
Not
small.
worth
And the wind
anything,
blew them
really
over.
small. Yeah, the wind blew over. But
Right.
in the future, if they get bigger, if we want to cut, we have to get, you know, some kind of letter or paperwork from the forest control.
Oh, really? Once they get, how big? Do you know how big they have to
Have to
be?
be very big.
Oh,
or
really?
whatever, you know, any size that you want to cut, you
Yeah.
have to, you know, get the paperwork.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this only small one.
Yeah.
You know, we have to get out of our yard.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the time we get all the paperwork, everything done,
Mhm.
that's too much hassle.
And already explained why we can't stake them up. I went out and made a little video showing that they're so close to the neighbor's wall that we can't stake, can't stake them over. Don't imagine the neighbor is going to want us staking all our trees over their side of the fence, right, onto their
Right,
property.
right.
So it's just unfortunate they're growing too close to the wall and the clone.
If you want to put them back up again, we need to use the digger to dig the hole.
We dig a bigger
and
hole.
Then, yeah, and then have to use the crane, right, to
Right.
pick that up.
Yeah.
But not worth it for
Right.
me to spend that kind of money for,
I see.
not necessary.
Right.
And then they would not grow any more big or anything like that because of they've been here like 20 years now.
Oh, really? That's how
Yes.
old they are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If it could be up in the forest, we already been cut up and sell.
Oh, I see.
Because of in here, a lot of water on the rain season like that.
Yeah.
So they would not grow well, darling.
That's why the roots don't get very deep.
No. Before we used to have a rubber tree too,
Oh, yeah.
and not growing
Right.
because of they don't like too much water.
Right.
They like water, but have to be really good drainage.
Right. And here in the rainy season, it just rains and sits there.
Right,
So,
exactly.
Doesn't run off as
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Oh, there's sister.
Everything.
Hello, sister.
So we will
Okay.
show them some more later.
Yeah, we'll go outside and talk about it.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you very much. If you
Yeah.
like our video, please give us subscribe. Will be the most appreciated.
So I just got up here. I should have filmed it. But up on top, we had this old car cover, and then we were trying to keep the birds from crapping on the car because of this. It turns out when I got up there, there was this great big nest. So we just shoveled her down. Look at the size of that thing. Dumped it down, and so now we'll have to put these our roofing sheets back up here, and I'm going to wait for Wait for one of the family to come over and give me a hand. I had this bird's nest up in the tree. When it first fell, there was you know, a little commotion at the bottom of the tree, and I went over and this baby bird was buried in the mud head first. Oh, it's a baby bird. It's like all the dirt that fell. And so I poked him out here with a stick and checked a couple hours later, he was gone. So it was good size. I don't think it was flying quite yet, but it was pretty good size. So next job is to get these ant covered orchids off here, but they grow right into the bark, and they've been on here for a couple years. So anyways, wait for instructions from the big boss.
This one.
So the roots, yeah, the big boss says the roots stay stuck right on the tree. She's got some special orchid removing.
No,
Look at the ants. Oh my God. Okay, I better start cutting some wire. That's it, dear. Anyone new to the channel, I hold the camera.
that is the one still there.
Yeah. Look at the ants. Jesus, she's a pro. Save the orchid. Holy, do they ever grow on there, eh? Here, let me help. Tick's nephew has showed up. Got the chainsaw running. And it's time to cut some trees up. Chainsaw stuck in the stump. Trying to salvage the dirt so that the root ball drops back in. Whoa! Good job! That was perfect. So we ended up with a total of 7 trees when we were all finished. So this is my 3rd sweat fest today, and it's only 11:30. Trees are gone, it's all cleaned up. You know, I had a foreigner tell me once that if you work here or help the Thai people when they're working, that you're seen as a lower class. And you know, I'm not buying it. And they can think whatever they want of me, actually, but I'm not going to sit here in the shade drinking cold water while they're slugging logs. They needed my help, and so I went and helped them. And they seemed pretty appreciative of it. I don't think they left going, what a low-life loser that guy is. Up here, he's too busy helping to make video. What have you got there? Cauliflower.
Broccoli.
Is that broccoli?
Yeah.
It looks terrible. Please don't feed me that.
Oh, darling, this is good to eat for our garden.
Oh, that's from our garden, but it doesn't look, I thought it was cauliflower. So, oh, I see. That looks like broccoli a little bit. So yeah, that's all nice and done. All the jobs are done.
Perfect.
And it's only lunchtime. This out landed right where it came from. A little bit of landscaping and she's all done.
Right?
We got a bit of sun today, I think. So you saw the fish that we found on the driveway earlier. Went and gave it to sister. She put it in some water last night.
put the lid on top,
Put the lid on top.
but the fish still get away.
Went out this morning, the fish was gone. That was one crazy fish. That was one fish that wanted his freedom bad, didn't he? So don't know where he went. We don't know where he went. So we'll come in here and check out Uncle Pat's developments. Been a couple of weeks now, I think. And slowly putting her out.
Doesn't this start on the 20th, darling?
Was it the 20th? Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
And today's the 2nd or 3rd?
The second, right?
Today's the 2nd?
Yeah. 2nd of June.
So this must be going to be like his living room, or like come in the door, maybe a door here,
Yeah.
you think?
Yes. I think this will be like a bedroom, isn't it?
This will be the bedroom, Hong Nam
Yeah.
here.
No, ไม่นะ
No Hong Nam?
ห้องน้ำ outside.
Hong Nam outside? What's this going to be
Walk
then?
out here to be ห้องน้ำ
Oh,
I'm not sure yet, but we're kitchen.
that's what I thought you'd put outside was the kitchen.
Yeah. Need to add them.
Yeah, because they put all these on. You see this top piece?
Yes. That will
So
be
it's
window.
gonna be a
See
big
that?
window in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, big window.
Yeah, a nice view right out that window.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, like night time, if you leave that open, if no rain, right?
Hmm.
And you will have a night breeze.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not much of the bedroom.
Another big window right here then.
Look like that, honey.
Yeah. Yeah. That looks like it's going to be window in there too. Who knows what he's doing?
I think you have two bedroom, darling.
You think it's going to be a
Yeah,
two-bedroom?
It can be one bedroom. See the door come out here. Oh, come. It's possible. This is the bedroom. This is the kitchen. Look,
Maybe. Yeah.
and then walk out of the kitchen here
Right.
to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
This will be the living room.
Okay.
I think that what happened. Look.
Yeah, it's coming along pretty good. I don't think it's going to take them too much longer.
Yeah, probably that will be the window there. That will be the entrance. Yeah.
And it's going to slant, right? It's going to slant like,
Yeah, this
well, I
way.
can't see. Show you.
Yeah.
It's going to slant down this way.
That will be the front. You see that entrance.
Yeah. Ah, nice little house for one guy.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Walk to the living room. Go to the kitchen. Yeah. Go to the bedroom.
Okay. Well, we'll see who was right.
You want to bid on that,
Ah.
please?
I saw they extended this pole here today. I don't know what they were
I
doing.
saw. Yeah.
They might be doing that to all of them. Oh yeah, and this one here was done too, you can see. So probably got to do this one in the middle. Maybe a little higher up on this end.
Not look very strong, the leg. Hopefully the wind not lift that up next to no time. But should be okay. Yesterday, darling, all the wind blow. 3-4 guys just stay right here.
They were hunkered under this thing,
Yeah.
just thrown together.
Yeah.
Like one nail. And the trees blew over, but not this thing.
But all this not even now, darling.
Yeah,
Look,
even this just wired together. Look at, they just.
Uncle Pat said, oh my God, strong wind.
I couldn't believe it. This thing did not lift off in that storm
Yeah,
yesterday.
yesterday, yeah. I said, Uncle Pat, why don't you guys come over? He said, ไม่เป็นไร we think we are safe in here. Oh my Lord, I just said,
And these salas all over the rice fields, you know, they've been through hundreds, thousands of storms, and they're still standing there.
yeah,
So,
really miracle, right?
yeah. So thanks a lot, everybody, for watching our video. Got all the trees cleaned up. Busy day, lots of sun, lots of steps.
Now we both exhausted.
We're done.
Going to have a night dinner and relaxing, sweetheart, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching our video. And then really please should all subscribe and then please follow us.
Yeah.
We will have more interesting for
Oh, give her one of them.
yeah, for everybody to watch again. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.